All right, this is the exact money ladder you need to climb if you want to hit $100,000 in net worth. Level 1, you need to track money. If you're not tracking your money, you can't do any of the other levels because that's the foundation. You need to know how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, and there needs to be more money coming in than going out. When you have extra, you can jump to level 2. Now, how do you track it? App, spreadsheet, write it down. You choose a method that's going to hold yourself accountable to keep doing it. Once you're tracking your money, you have extra, then you can jump to level 2. Put that money towards paying off high interest debt. You can't build net worth with high interest debt. This is pretty much anything that's not your mortgage. You need to pay off. Credit cards first. Student loans, auto loans, personal loans, any other type of loans. Debt is going to slow you down. Money's got to go towards those payments, interest. You immediately need to pay this stuff down. Once you do, then you can move to level 3. And what's level 3? Level 3, build an emergency fund. Now, we all know that, right? We've heard that plenty of times. But are we doing it? That's the question. Now, how much? You put 3 to 6 months. Again, are you doing it? And you can't even determine your 3 to 6 months unless you're tracking your money. So you just throw that extra money that was going towards the debt now to the emergency fund. You build that up until you get to 3 months. And then you can stop and move to the next level. You can go up to 6 months if you feel like you need more. But regardless, you need an emergency fund because life's going to throw you curveballs. It's inevitable, and you're not going to be prepared unless you have an emergency fund. And if you don't have one, you're just going to go back to level 2. You're going backwards. You don't want to do that. You don't want to have to borrow because you didn't have any extra to help you. Then, level 4, once you've built the emergency fund, what do you do with that extra money? So you're going to save 15% to retirement. You can do this 15% before taxes. You could do a 401k. You can put it in a Roth IRA. You could do a Roth 401k. You could do a mix of pre-401k or a Roth IRA. But 15% of your money needs to go towards those accounts in some fashion because retirement's inevitable. It's going to happen to everybody eventually. Old age takes down everybody at some point, and you're going to need money in the future to help you live a comfortable life. A lot of things can happen in life. It's unpredictable sometimes. So this is like a fail-safe. You start this early enough, you may have decades to build this, which means you will have millions. We've all seen those videos in 30 years and 20 years, putting money away, it's going to grow and compound. Well, that's what happens when you start doing this. You just let that grow on its own. You don't worry about it. You just do it. 15%, that's fine. Once you're doing this, the goal is to get above 15%. Now we can move to level 5 with any extra money. You got to be able to save more than 15%. You won't know unless you're tracking your money. Once you've done these first levels, level 5 is you're going to save for a big goal. Well, first you need to come up with a big goal. Maybe it's buying a house, a new car. Maybe it's a trip. Maybe you want to try to retire early. Doesn't mean you don't put money into retirement. Have a big goal to shoot for. You put any extra money beyond this towards this. It could be a savings account. It could be an investment account. It depends. If the big goal is in the short term, you put it in a savings system. It doesn't crash if the market were to crash. If it's a long-term big goal, you could invest it and it gives it time to compound and grow and maybe get you to your goal much faster. That's level 5 of this ladder. You're climbing level 5. Extra money beyond 15% goes towards saving for a big goal. And then guess what level 6 is? Congratulations. You hit $100,000 net worth. If you do these first 5 levels, level 6 is inevitable. In fact, you don't even have to do level 5. You can even stop at the first 4 levels and you'll still get to 100,000. It's inevitable if you just do those 4 steps. Regardless, level 6, you hit 100,000. If you do it like this, it's going to happen way faster. But yes, it can be a struggle in the beginning. So that's it. That's the money ladder. That's the workflow to 100,000. Now, if you have questions, go to my link in bio. Much more, even beyond 100,000. Go check that out. Hit like, subscribe, share this with a friend. We'll talk to you in the next video.